millennials, welcome to another episode of Millennial Talks. I'm your host, Adejobi Bukunmi, and with me I have my co-host, Josephine. Hi, Josephine.
Hi, Bukunmi.
These are times where we discuss very important issues affecting millennials. And we believe that you've been joining us in our previous episodes. And last week, we discussed how millennials can avoid investing in Ponzi schemes. This week, we're going to be picking up from there and talking about job scams. You will agree with me that job scams are everywhere now. Nigeria's unemployment rate rose to 33.3% in Q4 2020 from 27.1% in Q2 2020. That's very high. And this pressure with unemployment, rising food prices, inflation, and all of those things will further affect the youths getting jobs in Nigeria. And now we are seeing a lot of scams come up and also taking advantage of vulnerable people who actually need jobs. So these job scams are everywhere. I'm sure you've gotten several emails.
Yes, I have. Emails, text messages. In fact, initially it used to be a lot of text messages, but now that it's not working anymore, people have resorted to more professional platforms like emails. And even in recent times, a lot of people have been falling prey to scammers. And even in the past, I thought at a point, I thought that people were going to get smart, become scam smart, but a lot of people still fall for these things these days due to desperation.
That's true.
Desperation, people want to land a good job with good pay. So when this thing pops up, they are eager and they jump at it without, thinking twice.
Yeah, and also you'd also agree with me that a lot of these scams, the more people are getting smarter, just like you mentioned, smartness, the more they themselves are getting smarter. So even if text messages might not work, we also see that they would look for create fake companies, create fake emails, and and all of those things. So I believe that there are ways we can identify job scams and fake scams. So and fake jobs anyway. So and I feel like the first thing is, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. So when you get a mail from NNPC, get a mail from Shell, you get a mail from, they must have gotten your email address from somewhere. They must have gotten it from maybe a platform you put your email address to get job alerts. They must have gotten it from where you filled a form and all of those things. So when you get an email from a reputable company that looks, that to you have to be skeptical, that looks very suspicious, you should know that most likely it is not true. So when they start saying, send your documents, send this, you know that obviously that's fake, especially if you didn't even apply for it in the first place.
Exactly. That's just what I was about to say. If you didn't apply for it, then it's probably a fake a job scam. And also another way that people can identify job scams is if you're asked to make payments. Like, for instance, I'll share my personal experience. I applied for a lot of jobs around that time because I was at home looking for jobs. I was job hunting at that time. I was not doing anything. So I applied for, I can't even remember how many jobs I applied for. I applied for like 5 to 10 jobs at a time, and it was like in a week, 2 today, 2 tomorrow, 2 next. I was doing it constantly. So I lost track of the places I had sent out my CV to. So I don't know, these people must have picked up my information somewhere along the line and sent me messages. But I started to suspect when I saw things like, you have to make a payment of this amount and you have to drop 2 passports, you have to bring this document and that document. So all those things did not make sense to me, because I've applied for jobs before, and someone asking me to bring things that did not make sense to me, I was suspicious of it.
Yes.
So that's one of the ways.
In addition to that, when somebody tells you, when you bring all these documents, then you bring money.
Exactly.
Obviously,
make a payment.
That's not true. That's not true. When you are asked to make payment before you get a job, it's not true.
Definitely.
You are being paid for your service. And that's how it should be. You should render a service to be paid for the service you are rendering. So when somebody tells you, oh, come and pay, or they are doing one job, they are doing a recruitment somewhere, so pay me money to put your name on the list. They are not the HR.
Definitely.
They are not the executives. They are not on the board of the company. Yeah, of course, I know that there's nepotism and all of those things. Somebody can help you and all. But when somebody is telling you to pay, most likely, I've heard horror stories of people who have paid money and it never worked. So at the end of the day, your hard-earned money you're supposed to keep, probably start a business with, like we discussed in our other episode about, entrepreneurship for millennials.
Yeah.
Save money, start a business or something. You are using it to chase the wind, a job that would probably never come. Yeah.
That's very true. Another one of the things that gives off these scammers, if you are very attentive, is emails. Emails, or unprofessional emails. Or I'm pretty sure you've received emails from these scammers.
Yes,
No,
yes,
I
we're going to
personally,
even, like, we have to put, we have to screenshot and post it and put it on the, for our viewers to see.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just look at the screen right now to see an example of those emails that can give these scammers away. They are very unprofessional. You see a lot of errors, capitalization errors, spelling errors.
Yes.
Then you see that the logo, there might not even be a logo at the bottom, and then there's always a phone number for you to call.
Yes, why would there be a phone number? Or they'll say contact our
or send us
CEO.
A text.
Like, why is it the CEO? It should be HR.
Exactly.
Yeah, it should,
exactly.
It should be
so
HR.
Those are one of the signs that the job you're getting is definitely a scam job.
Yes, yes. And in addition to that, we said, most of these people type grammar, wrong grammar. Put HR said you should do this. And you just, as an educated person, you should know. And when you find these emails, when you get such, type of recruitment emails and stuff, find an address. Look for a valid address.
Yes.
Either physical address or online. Research is very important. Check online. Look for their platforms. Look for where reputable or let's say trusted social media platforms where you can find them. And if it's off, it's probably off. Actually, it's not true. So look for an address. Look for a website. And when you look for a website, ensure that the email is corresponding with whatever email sent you. Whatever email sent you that job opportunity.
Yes,
it happens a lot. And there was even a list that went around on WhatsApp recently about addresses, locations, fake addresses of job interview centers. I think there was a lot around Ikeja, something like that. I think would also post if we actually find it. Many of them like that. They will tell you come to one place, come and do most time, and people have been victims of kidnapping.
Yes.
Victims of armed robbery.
Yes.
Victims of their items stolen from them. I don't know if you have
that's
ever
true.
heard.
That's what I was just about to say. There was a particular time where it was really a trend where they would send people job. That's like a few years ago. They would send people job addresses and it's kidnappers. And once these people go for this interview, they are gone. You never hear from them again. I heard some stories back in the day when I was job hunting and I was very skeptical. That's what made me very skeptical, and I started, just like you said earlier, always do your research. It's too important because you have to verify everything that you're getting.
Verification is important.
You need to verify every information that they are sending across to you, and make sure that you identify that is this a legit job or is this a scam.
Yeah, and ensure they are accredited. Thank God for social media. Now there are a lot of communities online where job seekers go. It's like a group.
Yes.
WhatsApp group, Telegram groups where job seekers come together to give advice to each other on how to do better at interviews and all of those things. So you can always put it on the group. Do you think this is real? Do you think this is fake? Somebody will always, especially if it's the same person in your sector, if you're all applying for example, financial services jobs, somebody will always come up and say, oh, I've done an interview in this company before.
Yes.
Or I've not done, or these people called me and it was a scam. Somebody will always come. So we can trust communities online that also, that also help people,
get information.
Yes, thank you. So you can also always put this, information out there. Ask questions. Job seeking is not something that you now be pretending and be hiding and say, oh, you don't want anybody to know.
To get the job.
No, it does most likely doesn't work that way.
And just as you said, seeking information, there are good platforms that you can look at. I actually go on this platform sometimes, not just to get a good job, but get a good job. You can check ratings online. People who have worked in that company before and no longer working there, they usually drop reviews on places like Glassdoor. There are some platforms where you can actually, or you go to Nairaland. Sometimes you get information.
Yeah, in fact, Nairaland has very good. Yeah,
they have people dropping their comments. All sorts of information about different companies that they have worked in. And if you are going to a company that is not even profitable to you, they will tell you that this is what you face. So that this is exactly. So these are all. It's like we have the tools in our hands. We just need to learn how to use them. I think a lot of people, the reason why a lot of people are being scammed is ignorance.
And I feel it's ignorance and lack of, I would say lack of research.
That's
when
you
don't even look for,
you don't find the information.
You don't just look for information.
Yeah.
And I think it's just people just don't care. People are just lackadaisical about these things.
Or maybe it's just the desperation setting in.
Yeah,
like someone who has been searching for a job for like 3 years.
And you just get an email.
Yeah, you just get an email from Dangote that the salary is 350k. Maybe you actually applied for different jobs, but you now finally got one, and the feedback you got is Dangote with 300k salary. The first thing you think of is how to run for that interview. So I can understand the psychology behind, and that's what these scammers play on. So whenever you get a job, it's good that you calm down first. If, like you earlier said, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Yes, calm down and ask. There will be correspondence, HR correspondence, phone calls, whatever it is, and the way they talk to yourself, you can tell that this person is a lie. You can tell the way they speak to you on the phone.
Yes.
If it's not professional, you can.
Let me share a personal experience. So I was telling you that I had some previous experience with job scammers wanting to scam me get some money off me when I was searching for a job. I think that was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was like, so I got this phone call and I was really excited because the salary was even stated in the text message they sent to me. So I was like, and it was very unofficial, but because of how unofficial and I saw some spelling errors, I saw the number there that was like, call this number. I called the number and the person could not even speak proper English.
Can you imagine?
The person could not speak proper English. I asked about the job information and said, he had...
Don't worry, just come. Just come. Bring your certificate,
bring your documents and bring 2,000 naira. It was like that. Some people even go as far as dropping account numbers that you can pay into this account and send screenshots for confirmation to WhatsApp before, and then a lot of people, apart from job scams, people fell victims of different pyramid groups. Because pyramid groups will go to, they'll get all this email and gather the information and send out. So at the end of the day, some people went for job interviews and ended up spending 15-20k into some Ponzi or pyramid scheme. I was a victim.
Yes, I remember.
But luckily, I did not pay any money. I didn't pay a dime.
They tell you they're doing training. I remember I've been a victim of one before. Almost 5 hours, or you'll be there.
God bless you.
Listening to invest there. Don't worry, all you have to do is make a commitment of 15,000 naira.
That was when I went to. The person was so confident. She was like, I make 500k a month. You that you are looking for 50k a month at that time. Your eyes will be like. And in my mind that day, I was like, I was just like, you know what? If I had this 15k, it was 15k. And there were people who dropped that 15k.
People paid. Yeah, I walked out actually.
And that day, you know what I did? The first time, I fell a victim of this in about 3 to 4 times. The first time, I stayed through and listened to it because I was like, if there's an opportunity, why not? But when I listened, it just sounded too good to be true to me. Yeah. And I was like, if you were making that much money, why are you here? Do you understand?
Why you hustling for me to pay you by 15k? Really, if we continue this discussion,
we would not be able to finish it.
But we really have to end now. So maybe we'll just continue discussing scams and all of these things. Because Nigeria is, people are hungry, people are suffering, and people are vulnerable. So we are all looking for ways to make ends meet and all of that. So, but in all these things, let's be careful. Let's be careful.
Yeah, very true. There's this common saying that Google is your friend, so use Google. Yeah, so that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Millennial Talks, and we hope that you enjoyed the conversation. Bukunmi, what did you think about today's conversation?
I think it was a pleasant conversation.
Yeah, and we do hope that you have learned a lot from today's conversation. And if you'd like to learn more about personal finance and how to improve yourself financially, you can log on to our website on www.proshareng.com.